Hello world. I hope this video finds everybody doing good, in the best of health, and keeping God first in everything that we doing. You know. Today I chose the topic, um, they were only in your life for a season. This topic I chose because I lost a lot of people that I love dearly. And I didn't have them for the time frame that I thought I possibly probably could have had them, but I do know that God is the only person that is responsible for taking people's lives when He's ready for them. And I wish that I had some of them a little longer than I did, but I know they fulfilled their purpose. First, one of my partners I would like to talk about is one of my friends, my dear friend. He was somebody that was real dear to me. He was like a brother to me, and I think about him all the time. His name was Lenore Sparrow. In my neighborhood, they called him Big Nine. He'll call himself Neil Ross. You know, Nine was the type of person that always kept me laughing, and even though I was going through something, he always was able to put a smile on my face in spite of whatever I went through. And, you know, now I realize that he was only in my life for a season. But I learned to appreciate all the things that he did for me while he was here. The smiles he put on my face, the jokes he told, and the relationship that he allowed us to have. You know, sometimes we'll question like certain people when they leave here, but I just encourage somebody just to appreciate the time that God allowed them to be here, and you won't hurt behind them as much as you probably would if you didn't just think of the things they did, the things they said, or just the time that you had with them. You know, so I'm grateful for Big Nine. You know, secondly, I'd like to touch on a lady that I had. Her name was Rhoda Patterson. She was a retired nurse from Southern University, here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I'm from. And her husband died, and she went to barber school where I went to barber school at. And I gravitated to her for the very first time that I met her. She was an outspoken person, which people say that about me. They say I'm very outspoken. But I can remember the day we met, it was like I had been knowing her for all my life, you know. And she came into my life, and I call her like my second mother, because if I had anything going on, I could call this lady, and she be there for me like my own mother would, So, to make a long story short, she just took a liking to my kids. Like I stressed to y'all, I got two sons, and I'd take my sons over there. They'll spend the night, and she'll keep them for me. I never worried about them. She always treated them like her own, and my kids just love to go over there. So. But one time I knew she struggled with diabetes, and she was always sick, but she always was strong. She never allowed me to know when she was going through anything, because she was like, she didn't want me to know certain things because she dealt with it like on her own. So one particular time I remember she got kind of bad out with the diabetes stuff, and she had went to Tulane to go get a kidney. Her daughter, Rassie Patterson, which my girl called her Rat, R-A-T. they didn't never told me that they was going to get the kidney. And because they said, Dexter, we didn't want to tell you until we got the kidney because we didn't want you worrying. So they went to get the kidney from Tulane, and the kidney wasn't a match. So the second time they went, they called me after she had got the kidney, and things was going well. So I was real happy about that because this is my girl, and I knew that she knew she needed this kidney. So when she got the kidney, it was a perfect match. And I remember coming home, and I remember going to visit her one day, and she had this swing. This manual swing she always just sitting outside, and when I saw her, all her complexion was clear. Because when you're on diabetes, on dialysis, your complexion is darker, and you tend to lose weight, and your health, you can see where it plays on you. But this particular time here, me and my sons went to see her, and I jumped out my car, and I saw her swinging in her swing, sitting outside, and her complexion was so clear. I never seen her look that beautiful before. And I remember her weight. She had gained weight. And I remember jumping out my truck and saying, "Oh, you think you fine, huh?" And she just was laughing herself to death, because I can see where my friend had got a kidney. She had got her weight back. She had got her complexion back, and she was feeling good. And she just sat outside all the time. Because it was like, I could see where she was happy. So, to make a long story short, I seen where she got her health and had started feeling good about herself. And she did this for some months. And one day, God stole her from me. Because he was ready for her. He took her at a time when she was doing good and feeling good. So I was heartbroken. And I remember speaking at her funeral. I stressed that I'd call her at any hours of the night, and she'll answer the phone and say, "Oh, that's trifling." Because she'll call me trifling. And I used to always wonder, ask her why she called me trifling. She said, "Because you're trifling." Because she always had a personality. She always joked, and she always put a smile on your face. But I remember calling her at 2 o'clock in the mornings and reaching out, and she always would tell her people that was at the house, her daughter, and people that might be there with her, that ain't no but Dexter. She knew me when I called. She knew the hour I would call. And when I spoke at her funeral, I shared those things, because I just want to share with somebody that if you lost someone, someone slipped away on you, they were only in your life for a season. And their purpose was fulfilled. Just like my friend Miss Rhoda Patterson, the North Sparrow. Their purpose was fulfilled. They did everything that they had to do for me, other people. God had allowed them to do everything that he wanted them to do. So I just want to share with somebody that took some losses. I just shared 2. I got so many others, just like you do. So I just chose those 2 because those 2 people was kind of dear to me. They always encouraged me along the way. Always had my back in spite of whatever I was going through. Always was there for me no matter what hour I needed them. But they were only in my life for a season. So I just want to share with somebody that took a loss. Somebody that had somebody that was dearly to them, that friends, grandmothers, sons, daughters, whoever you may have lost in life, they were only there for a season, but I know the purpose was fulfilled. Because God not going to put nobody in your life to where he don't allow them to fulfill whatever purpose that they have to serve. You know, so I just wanted to share that with somebody that needed it, because I just think about so many people. But when I think about them, they were only here for a season. And I do know that God allowed them to fulfill the purpose that they had. So if you took some losses, some people that you lost along the way, just thank God for the season that you had with them. Thank God that he allowed them to fulfill the purpose that he had for them to fulfill. Because I know my God is awesome. I know he allowed them to fulfill the purpose. So whoever it was, whoever you've been lost, thank God that they were here for that season that he allowed them to be here. You know, so I just want to share this with somebody, you know, and because I think on some people that I lost along the way. But God told me one day that they may have been here for a season, but I did allow them the purpose that they needed to fulfill for you. The things that they were supposed to say, the things that they were supposed to do, the smiles that they gave you. So everything that you know you think you lost, just think about the goodness that they spread while they were here. You know, so I just wanted to share this with someone. They were only here for a season, but thank God he allowed them to fulfill their purpose. This message here is for whoever needed it, because I need this same message. I'm not going to bring a message to you that I may need for myself. You know, but I thank God he allowed me to fulfill it, that he allowed me to touch on it. He allowed me to share this with some people that may have needed it. So I just want to uplift somebody, encourage somebody. You know, keep your eyes on the prize. That's him. You know, thank God for the season that you had with whoever you lost. You know, they fulfilled the purpose. I know God allowed it. You know, so I just want to encourage somebody to drop this message on somebody, because you know I told you I was going to drop it. And I told you I was going to go with my mood. You know, but I just want to just uplift somebody. You know, somebody that lost somebody that, you know, that they thought dearly of. They served their purpose. Thank God for it. You know, I just want you to be blessed, be encouraged, and keep your head up. You know, they fulfilled the purpose, because whatever they gave you, it's still going to go on. You know, so I just wanted to share this with somebody. Till the next time, be blessed, and I'll see you next time, Brown.